Hey, good morning, Spurs fans. It's Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well this morning. It is a bright and breezy, 6:28 a.m. on, I think it's Tuesday. I'm not really into days of the week. I'd like to begin as usual by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I'm streaming today, the Wallamadigal people of the Eora Nation. Pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and recognise, as I do every day, that sovereignty wasn't ceded, always was and always shall be Aboriginal land. So a big welcome to mobs all over Australia and people all over the world. How are we all doing today? How are we all doing? Now, I've got some exciting news before I get cracking. I've been emailing Paul Trevelyan, who's an artist. He's 90. He's just celebrated his 90th birthday, which blew my socks off because I thought he was about 70. I mean, wait till you see this guy, man. I mean, one of the secrets he reckons is he's never grown up. He's still a 3-year-old boy in his head, which I think is amazing. He's a fantastic artist. He's been a Spurs freak his whole life. His first home game was in 1937. So, he remembers the push and run side, the double winning side, the side of the early 70s, all of this sort of stuff, all the changes he's seen in football. His art is acclaimed. He's known as the master of movement. Did art for Eagle Comics and a long-running strip called You Are the Ref. And he's quite a character. I'm not expecting to get a word in edgeways, which is fine by me. And I'll be doing that on Thursday at 11 a.m. Thursday, 11 a.m. That's UK time. So that's Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. And no idea what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be fun, man. It's not often you get a chance to speak to someone who's been around the trap so long and seen so much. So it's going to be great. Really cool guy. So that's Paul Trevelyan, Thursday, 11 a.m. in England, 8 p.m. in Sydney. Very excited. Now, what we got in the chat now? I miss Spursicus. Spursicus was the first in, best dressed, but I didn't have my act together, as usual.
I'm Spursicus.
Says, hello, fellow winners. Hello, man. How you going? We are winners, eh? It's a good feeling. All right. Now, I'll just have a quick look at Predict the Football, eh? Predict the Football.
Help! I'm in a bowl!
Here we are. Oh, it's brought up the wrong window. There we go. All that build up, eh? Now, where is it? There we go. That's the right one. Let's have a look. Who did well this week? Well, it's the same old characters, isn't it? Peter Mack, he's always at the top. Craig the Gecko Man, they're always the same. Peter gets boring. It's Derek Osborne. Ronald M. and Martin rounding out the top 5. Where am I, you may ask yourselves? Well, the winning score this week was 18 points. Wow. Where is it? Look at that. Barely above people that couldn't be asked. Shocking. Oh, well, there we go. And let's see how the scores for the month are doing. Surely. No. So far for the month, Peter Max at the top, Craig the Gecko Man, Derek Osborne, Martin and Ronald M. rounding out the top 5. Incredible. I think it's rigged, this thing. Rigged. Now, have they opened up predictions for the next round? Oh, they have. Might as well do this then. Newcastle Tottenham. Now, bearing in mind, last year we lost this game 6-1. I don't know if you remember that one, folks. Oh, dear, oh, dear. That was one of those games. I think we were like 4-0 down after 15 or 20 minutes. I went into sort of a mania. I was just laughing. I've been beaten so hard. I just laughed. But I think we're going to turn it around this year. It's going to be a 6-1 to Tottenham. Yes. You can see why I'm down the bottom of the league now, perhaps. Brentford, Sheffield United. I think that's a win for Brentford. Burnley, Brighton. Well, Burnley are pretty much gone, aren't they? So that's nil. Brighton, who got spanked by, was it Arsenal? Thanks, Brighton. 2-0 to Brighton. Manchester City, Luton. You know what? I reckon Man City are wobbly. Nottingham Forest versus Wolves. Nottingham Forest have got to put... Nah, they didn't look like it. They did. I think they're not going to beat Wolves. There we go. I'm going to go 2-0 to Wolves. Bournemouth, Manchester United. Oh, hey, here we go. I reckon that's going to be 3-2 to Bournemouth. Because Man United are rubbish. And I want Gareth Southgate to come to Man United. That's what I want. How many games are there? It looks like more than 10. No? Liverpool, Crystal Palace. Come on. I don't want to cheer Liverpool on, but I'd rather that than anything else. West Ham, Fulham. That'd be a boring 1-1 draw. Oh, Arsenal, Aston Villa. Well, it don't matter if Villa win, does it? Because we've got the rub on them, so I'm going 0-2. And Chelsea, Everton. 0-3. Ooh. There we go. Lock them in, Eddie, or Chris, or Regis, whatever country you're in. There we go. Done. Done. Alrighty. Let's say hello to the chat. Here we go. Here we go. There's a few of you in. Hello, everyone. Have you seen the controversy over Yates? Well, it's the old Nuno after the press conference yesterday saying it should have been a red card. Yates. If you can't take it, don't dish it out, mate. Don't dish it out. David Calvino. I've just finished watching the eclipse coverage. That was amazing. I'm Spursicus. We're all Spursicus, man. Where was that? Where was the eclipse? Oh, that's all right. I'll find out. North America. Ooh. Whereabouts? They can have a nice little map for me. No, pictures of an eclipse, yeah. No, it doesn't have a map. ABC News are on it again. Channel 9. Well, it's North America, isn't it? North America. So it went Mexico, US, and Canada. Ooh, that's a big sweep, hey? Oh, there we go. So went across Mexico, Dallas. That's not a million miles away from Jacob. Not quite there, but near, sort of close-ish. Little Rock, Arkansas, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Buffalo, and Montreal. Oh, I wonder if old Jacob Short saw partial eclipse. We'll have to see.
Where?
Mark N. Hello, my good man. How are you? Much love, Mr. Hippie. Cracking win yesterday, wasn't it, just, eh? Wasn't it a lot of fun? I had a real good time watching that game. I watched a bit of Spursosphere stuff afterwards, man. I'm not doing that again. I don't know. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it, man. Everyone reckons they know better, though, don't they? That's the thing. Oh, here we go. Breaking news from Mark. Everton have been deducted 2 more points. Have they? I looked at the news on my phone this morning and it just doesn't tell me useful things, does it? So what, Everton? Everton to appeal against 2-point deduction for second PSR rule breach. Oh, give it up, Everton. It's only 2 points. It's weird though, isn't it? 2 points. 2 points. Costs relating to 6.5 million. Oh, well, stuff them. Cheats. Cheats. They all signed up to the rules. I mean, the Premier League clubs made this up, didn't they? And then they're not sticking to it. Stuff them. Stuff them. Send them down. David Calvino. The only planet in the solar system to have an eclipse. Coincidence, Paul? I think not. Oh. I don't think that's true. I think that's a crock of shit, man. But hey, you know, ancient aliens and all that. God, dear, oh dear, ancient aliens. What a load of old rubbish that is. Yes, sorry, and g'day, man. Morning, Paul and Hippies. Here's my obligatory mention of football. Before we get on to other topics, come on, you Spurs. That's right. That's right. Let's get the football out of the way. There's nothing happening for a couple of days. We've got some UEFA Champions League stuff happening soon, which we're not in, so I'm not really that fussed. I want Arsenal to get their ass kicked. And that's about it. Then we're playing Newcastle. That's all I care about. Spursicus, I live down the road from Paul Trevelyan. Both grew up in Tottenham. Yes, I forgot to say Paul was born and bred Tottenham. Both grew up in Tottenham. Both artists. You're an artist as well, are you? Have you got a link to some stuff, man? Both on the Hotspur Hippie channel. Coincidence? Is it? Yeah, Paul Trevelyan, like some of his stories, like, you know, he was right. He's writing with footballers and managers and all sorts. Bill Nick, Steve Perryman, Paul Gascoigne, Billy Bremner, George Best. I mean, he's quite a dude, quite a dude. Derek Smith. That Newcastle game was a draw if you only count the second half. Yeah, we won this. It's a game of two halves, man. You sound like there's this guy over here called Gus Gould, and he's a rugby league guy, and I think it was Penrith Panthers the game was, and Penrith Panthers got smashed in this game, but all this guy kept on saying, because he's an ex-Panthers guy, was yeah, but they won the second half. They won the second half. It was like, yeah, but the score was still like 40-10. Yeah, we did pull it back. We did pull it back in the second half after Stinky Hugo had bailed at half-time. David Calvino. I think I had a points deduction predict the football. What? I was overcharged for a point at the ground. You're overcharged. God, as if they're not getting enough money out of you with tap and go. Is it the same old bollocks in England? Tap and go. Everyone, you dip. But you're paying like 0.5%, 1% hidden fee. Beep. Cash is king, man. Cash is king. And of course, the chat's stuffed up. Let me just sort that out. It doesn't like going to a web browser. It's a known issue as well. It says, you know, it says don't do it, but I mean, what am I supposed to do? God, there's loads more chat. James Paratrooper, g'day, man. How you going? G'day, Paul. Spartacus, Antonius. Fight gets me emotional every time. What? Sorry, the Spartacus and Antonius fight gets me emotional every time. Even more than the I am Spartacus moment. I almost said Spursicus. Breaking news from Yassarian. Manchester City Football Club still haven't been deducted points. Yeah, because all we keep hearing is it's a different case. It's much more complicated. And there's lawyers involved. I mean, what a load of old crap, eh? What a load of old crap. Derek Smith, these teams should be deducted 1 point per million. They were in breach. Far too soft, if you ask me. Harumph. Yeah, kick him out. Kick him out. Kick him out. Make him forfeit games. I don't know. Maybe tie the players' legs together with their shoelaces together. Something. Oh, they probably don't have shoelaces anymore. It's probably some bollocky, I don't know, thing that people put on their feet. The studs aren't long enough. They keep slipping over. I know that. Okay, we can go back to the chat here. Spurs, because I was a stonemason. Bloody hell, man. That's hardcore. Used to carve and sculpt granite, marble, slate and stone. Retired now. Amazing. I've been going down I go down little rabbit holes on YouTube, and there's this channel I've been watching a bit of. He's called Dime Store Adventures. And he's based in, like the Boston, Massachusetts sort of area of the US. And he just goes around little quirky things. And it's amazing how many places over there in that area where it's like forest. But if you look closely, the trees are quite thin because 200 years ago, it was all farm and pasture land. But over time, it had been abandoned bit by bit. And so it's amazing how quickly nature takes control back. You know, you leave things alone for a bit and nature just goes, oh, I'm having this. But there's this one where there's these, big boulders. These big boulders are all over the place because of glaciers would sort of, sweep down and they drop stones over time. So the forest is sort of dotted with these boulders. And during the Depression, there was a rich man and he wanted to inspire people. So he hired a load of, and this is why I'm getting back to your point, a load of out-of-work stonemasons to carve inspirational things on these boulders. And they're quite weird, some of them, but it's interesting, and you can see the artisanship in them. They've got things like, well, there's one that says get a job, which isn't that inspirational if you're in a depression living in a cardboard box. But there's other things like, help your mother, things like that. It's just, interesting. Slate and stone. Whoa, that's the wrong button. Destiny 5! G'day, Paul. Hope I'm not too late. Yeah, it's never too late, man. Never too late. Destiny 5. The eclipse is a lie in my neighbour said, and we're all living in the Truman Show. Oh, right. Well, what's the harm in it? Yeah, we're all in a simulation. You remember the phase of that a few years ago? Oh, are we living in a simulation? Who gives a shit? What are you on about? I'm just going to get a glass of water, so I'll be back in a little second. I wasn't expecting to run dry this early, but I am. So I'll leave you with some exciting music. I need an inflatable me. I might do that. Alrighty, here we are. Driven show, yes. David Calvino, have you worked on any famous buildings? I'm Spursicus. Oh, yeah, let's see what he's been doing. James Paratrooper, I love you like the sun I'll never see. Oh, he's gonna get us all welling up, isn't he? James today. Spursicus, I've done a lot of church repairs, built mausoleums. I was gonna, because this is this dime store adventures bloke. You know, he goes around cemeteries and things like that. It's not like morbid or stuff like that. Just quirky tombs and stuff. So I was going to ask, did you do that sort of thing? Some fascinating stories. There's a couple of cases where people have put all their money into building a great big thing for themselves, just so that they don't have to give anyone any money when they die. It's like, I'm dying, bugger you. Spurs, GCTV, a member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Thanks for your support, man. G'day, Paul. Hope all is well. Everything's tickety-boo today. Tickety-boo. I'm going to take my car into the mechanic this morning and get the windscreen wiper motor fixed so I can drive around when it's raining. G Plays. Hello, man. G'day. G'day, G Plays. The Wawa song. Well, that's the unmixed one. The remixed one is this one. Oops. Still going. Where's the remix? Future music, Kale. Don't worry about the eclipse. It's just me and the mothership. Oh my lord, is that what it is? It's nothing to do with people keep on calling it eclipse. I don't want to be a pedant, but it's not actually an eclipse. It's an occlusion. But whoa, fresh from North America. There he goes. You're sorry, and all I need now is I forgot to charge my phone and a sniffle. I've done a sniffle for you, and I'll have a bingo. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, because I did have my phone on charge last night for a bit. So I'm at a very peachy and rosy cheek 23%. That's because when I went to bed, it had run out. So I got the charger. David Calvino, wow, that's it. Derek Smith, no one ever said we are living in a simulation until post-Matrix film. Exactly. You're right. Shows how gullible some people are. Just these things spread, don't they? We're living in a but how would you know? How would you know if you're not? Ridiculous. And the other one was the old Mandela effect, just because people's memories are crap. Mandela effect. Oh no, I'm really from a different multiverse and I've popped into this one. Ooh, no, your memory's just shit. Here we go. Alex, the Strother Hill fan, is back and he's saying Merrington get battered everywhere they go. Well, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do, man. Number Wang. Yeah, the best game show going, that one. Alex, big Strother Hill fan. Merrington Ultras are yeah, all right, man. I don't know what you're on about here. We'll see how we go. You're sorry, and I enjoyed the first Matrix documentary. Yeah, that's yeah, because that makes total sense, doesn't it? computers or robots keeping people in pods to make them batteries. But you've got to feed them, haven't you? So why don't you just take the stuff that you're feeding the people and make power out of that? I mean, you know, I'm no robot. I haven't thought this through, but I would have thought it'd be more efficient to skip the human bit. But I don't know. What do I know? Man City are cheating? They certainly are, man. Certainly are. Kick him out. Destiny 5. Paul, the Newcastle game is an early kickoff, 12:30 UK time. Ooh, that's cool. That's all right. Yeah, now, because it's a shame. See, this part of the year is good for me. So the end of the season and the first couple of months of the season, the times are a lot better for me. But if that's right, that should be 9:30 p.m. for me. That's awesome. Is that right? 12:30. Yeah, people are going to get up to Newcastle at 12:30. That's ridiculous, isn't it? 9:30 p.m. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's going to be great. Because it was hard yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday when we won. Yeah, that was pretty brutal getting up at that time. But once the whistle goes, well, once really I logged into the chat, it was all it picked me up. But I don't know how people are going to get to Newcastle by 12:30. They'll have to go there the night before. That's crazy. Love Peep Show, yeah. Destiny 5, a little alien thing with headphones, maybe? I don't know, it's all confusing, isn't it? Apparently I can make emojis or something for this channel. I know I can. Hey, I don't know if any people have got... I don't know if you kids out there are into the emoji thing. I don't know if you are or not, but if you've got any ideas, let me know in the chat here. I probably won't do anything about it, but it might get me thinking. I don't know. Spursicus. I did make more for a couple of people. Right, for people. Steve Strange, Crispian at St. Peter's, who wrote the Pied Piper song. Wow. So Cuthbert Otway, the first England sea captain. What, are you 500 years old or something? There's a picture of that on the BBC website. Oh, that's nice, man. That's excellent. Excellent. So you're an artist. Now, this is one. If I get a word in edgeways with Paul Trevelyan, see, I think football and art are very, like that. And people are forgetting that because right now in football, there's too much science and not enough art. It's all spreadsheets and tables, and they're forgetting that it's a human endeavour. When people say, oh, he was shit today or whatever, didn't do it, or a player does good thing. Why can't they do that all the time? It's because sometimes it just doesn't happen. This thing, this creativity, expression thing, it's just sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. With a bit of practice, I suppose it's there more and more. But it's not like, oh, no, you follow me? Too much science, not enough art. You're sorry, and the caveat of a smart ass. I don't want to say it. I can't remember that. Can't remember what we're talking about. Oh, there's a peace sign. That'll do. They're all, yeah. I mean, that's what there's enough to keep you going, isn't there? I don't even know what there are. If I click on the emojis. Oh, there's loads. There's already loads there. I'm such an old fart, can't be asked. I did see old Roy Keane sticking up for James Maddison against Yates, which is good. Although I did see an article in the the Nottingham Post. I thought I'd give that a read, and the comments, oh, they weren't happy. Oh, if this was the other way round, then Yates would have been said. Oh, well, which is exactly what I said about Yates's challenge on Gio Lo Celso. If Romero had done that challenge, it would have been a red card. It would have been a red card, and everyone would be pointing the finger at Romero saying, oh, you're reckless and this and that. But it wasn't Romero, was it? It was Yates, who got away with an awful lot yesterday, including taking a dive. How do I switch that off? Oh, there we go. Just going to bring up the old league table. Let's have a look at the league table. See what the state of play is. It is a tight old title challenge this year. I mean, it's tight at the moment, but there's still 7 games to go. It usually isn't that close at the end. One team will drop off. I'm sure one team out of the 3, hopefully it's Arsenal, will drop off. But look, it's little old Tottenham Hotspur. We've equalled our points tally from last year. How many goals did we get last year? We scored 70 goals last year, but we let in shitloads. So it didn't really count for much of that. This year, we have scored, bloody hell, 65. We're only 5 short of the number of goals we scored last year. With no Harry Kane. Just saying. But so in Ange's first year, he's got us 10 points behind the alleged best team in the world and only 11 points off the top. If we'd have to lose our next 7 games in a row to be the same as last year, because we lost 14 games last year. What a good job, eh? What a good job. Yeah, we've got the rub on Aston Villa, got a game in hand. I think we're going to beat, I genuinely think we're going to beat Newcastle this weekend. Maybe it's not going to be 6-1, but I think we will win it. They've been a real disappointment this year as old Newcastle. There's Chelsea, 9th. Oh, just scraping into the top half. Agent Poch. Look at his record. Perfect. Perfect deferred sack pattern, that is. Draw, win, draw, win, draw. I think they'll have to. He'll lose the next game. There's too much unbeaten stuff going on. Too much unbeaten stuff. And then down the bottom we've got Sheffield, Burnley, Luton. God, it's a bit of a dogfight down here as well. Now, does this include Everton's deduction? There's no asterisk on it. I don't know. Brentford are there or thereabouts as well. So there's all to play for. All to play for, and all these people will be gagging for the crappy European places. Spurs, because it's from Roman times. You won't get a word in edgeways with Paul Trevelyan. I know. And that's why I want to do it. It's easy for me, isn't it? Yeah, the one with Steve Perryman. He did, was it 2 years ago? Yes, Steve's just let him go. Why would you interrupt the man in his full flow? Future music. London is closer to Amsterdam than Newcastle. Isn't that amazing, eh? Yeah, Newcastle. I've only been to Newcastle, I think, once, and it was when I was a kid, because that's where my grandparents are from. Cramlington. And there's a few Beatties around Newcastle still. All I remember is it took forever. The drive took forever to get up there. I mean, I was a kid. But even, it was a long old trip, man. I mean, you're going to have to be leaving 4 o'clock in the morning, aren't you? I'm curious. I'm curious. Let's see how long the drive is. Newcastle. UK. London. It's saying to go via the Isle of Man. Hang on, what? No, not Newcastle. There's a Newcastle in Northern Ireland as well. Okay, Newcastle upon Tyne. Let's try that one. 5 hours, 26 minutes. That's that's all right, isn't it? That's easy. That's easy. That's less than me driving down the snowy mountains. That's like from here to Canberra. Derek Smith. So why wasn't today's event across the USA not an eclipse, Paul? What was it you called it? Because the strict term of it is, it's an occlusion. It's an occlusion. Because there's an object passing between us and the sun, so it's an occlusion. That's not an eclipse. An eclipse is like when you get the lunar eclipse. That's an eclipse. But no, it's called an occlusion. But no one calls it an occlusion. I'm just being a pain in it, pedant. David Calvino, Cuthbert was only 27 when he died. Caught a chill. Ooh. Oh, all right. That's enough, isn't it? What the fuck? What's all that shit? This is how people talk to each other nowadays, isn't it? I suppose, language evolves, doesn't it? Who am I? Speaking of evolves. Spurs goes, yeah, computers have taken over. They have. They don't have to be smart because they never will be smart. They can never be intelligent. It's all bollocks. Artificial intelligence is all bullshit. You know what artificial intelligence is? When you get down to the basics of it, it's if, then, else. That's computing. If, then, else. And you might have 1,000 layers of that, but it's all if, then, else. It's not how our brain works. I can see a time, because I think we're not far off, where you can chat with an AI program, and you might not know it's a computer program or a person. I could see maybe that happening at some stage. That's called the Turing test. But that doesn't mean that thing is smart and intelligent and has a conscience. And I bet people will start saying, oh, is it ethical to switch it off? Yes, it's just a fucking computer. It doesn't know it exists. It's not Homo sapiens sapiens, he who knows he knows. It's just wires and electrons, if then else. But it's better if you know how to do things the old way. Yeah, it's much more satisfying, isn't it? It's much more satisfying. I mean, look, they have a place and they can be, be fun, but the old way, yeah, it's brilliant. People, the hide of people these days thinking they're artists when they're just doing AI prompts. I used to do a bit of art. So I wouldn't say, the other thing I'm excited about having a chat with Paul Trevelyan, because years ago I used to be deputy president of the Australian Cartoonists Association for some reason. But I used to do stuff for the Sydney Morning Herald, and it just gets my goat now that people are knocking out and you can see their AI pictures, or you can see that a story is written by AI. It's shit. It's less like artistic than a 2-year-old picking up a crayon. There's more art in a 2-year-old's doodle than any of that. And the thing I don't like about it is, while I'm on my high bloody horse about this, is that it's just stolen all this work from all these people. It's just stolen everything. It's just, scanned all the stuff on the internet. So, people aren't getting paid for that. But rich people that don't have consciences, they can't see the difference between art and not art. So they'll be all for it. They'll be all for it. Called it a conspiracy, Derek. Chat's all drying up a bit. What else can I pull out my arse here? I'll just have to see if there's any new Tottenham headlines. It's all going to be about. No. That's not. Don't mind me. Let's have a look at the headlines. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Nottingham Forest 1. Spurs returns top 4 with a win. That's from the BBC. This is like when they used to do things, the headlines on the papers. ESPN, same headline. Football London, player ratings. Let's have a look at the player ratings. Is this old Ali Gold, is it? Let's go through this. I'll get some material out of this. I know old Three Spurs Boys does this, Bobby K. Is it Alistair Gold? He always gives players really high ratings. But we'll have a look. No, don't keep me updated. All right, let's have a scan through this. Right. I'll give you my numbers, plug him out my backside as well. So, Vicario, 7 for him. No, I'd give him an 8. What did he do? It's funny. It's like, I don't know. I've got different ideas of rating goalkeepers, but if they haven't had to do much, then it's not their fault, is it? You can't give them a 5 just because no one's had a shot at them. But Vicario did really well. He did that save against Wood. I'd give him an 8 or a 9. Although he almost, but he didn't. That like 80-yard shot from Nottingham Forest. That was a doozy. That one. If that had gone in, but it didn't. Pedro Porro. I'd give him an 8. Didn't look always at the races in the first half. What? Come on, Ali, you're supposed to be on our side. I'd give him an 8. Romero, I'd give him an 8 as well. Unfortunately, his slide to try and block it, Langer's cross deflected into the path of Wood. It was freaky. There was a few freaky things. I mean, it was a very well-worked goal by Nottingham Forest. Not trying to take that away from them, but there was a bit of, freakiness in there. A couple of nutmegs and a weird deflection off Romero. Defended well on the whole, apart from a couple of fouls. So what? One misplaced pass and you're giving him a 7. Come on. He usually gives people 10s for no reason. What's up, Ali? Come on, Ali. Don't let the internet get to you, man. I'd give him an 8. Mickey van der Ven, I'd give him a 10. Got to be a 10. Man of the match. Amazing goal. Defended like a demon. Destiny Doggy, I'd give him an 8. What did he do wrong? Left far too much space behind him for his first goal. And seemed to give up his tracking back for it. Improved in the second half and got to grips with most of Forest attack. No. Papa Matasar now, he's coming in for a bit of a flack, both him and Basuma. I mean, I didn't see that they were amazing, but I didn't see that they were bad. I'd give him a 6. I'd give him a 6. And Basuma, I'd give a 6 or a 7. I thought he was all right as well. Madison, I'd give him a 7. 7. He was involved in one of our goals. Brendan Johnson, I'd give him an 8. 8, 6. Almost scored in the first half with a reaction shot from Ernest Ball that was matched by a reaction save from Sells. And a deflected cross. Okay, this is all good so far. Good run in the second half. Could have had a goal and assist on another. Well, why are you only giving him 6? Look, Brendan Johnson was a bit late to the spot a couple of times from crosses from Werner. But, I mean, he's hassling Nottingham Forest, winning the ball back. Easy 8. Easy. So, I mean, another 8. Another 8. Got an assist. I think he passed the ball to Van der Ven. Yeah. Werner, I'd give him an 8 as well. I thought he had a good game. Good game. Good game. Subs, Bentoncourt, 9. Hoiberg, 7, because he did some good stuff, but he also didn't. Lacelso, 5, crap. Kulusevski. I was going to call him Kulicelso. Merging. Kulusevski, I said it again. Kulu said Kulu. I'd give him a 5 because I can't really remember what he did, which probably means he did bugger all, but he wasn't on the pitch long. I don't know, man. Spursicus, allegedly he was at a party, stumbled home drunk in the snow and was found next morning. Phew, that's a rough way to go, isn't it? I suppose he wouldn't know much about it, would you? Okay, yeah, because I looked at a web page, the chat's frozen again. Okay, hang on. We're all right. I'll just read it out, old stuff. Oh, there's a load of chat I've been missing. I thought you'd all deserted me. Have you heckers like? Oh, bloody hell. Here we go. All right, I've got a few to read out. Destiny 5. Imagine if we didn't slip up to Wolves, Villa, West Ham at home and Wolves away. We would be joint top. So another 12 points you're after. Well, hey, that's football, man, eh? Ifs and buts and monkey nuts. James Paratrooper, Bayern Munich is in a shambles. They lost 2 games in a row. They lost again, did they? What? Did they? I thought they won on the weekend, didn't they? Lost to Heidenheim. Okay. Must be the Kane Dyer effect. I would agree with you there, James. Definitely. Destiny 5. They're all close games we should have won. Yeah. Shoulda, coulda, would have. But next year, fine margins. Sometimes that happens in football. Derek Smith, yeah, it swings and roundabouts, man. Swings and roundabouts. Lou's Chill Music. Hello, Lou. Hey, Paul, how you doing? I'm doing well, man. Doing well. James Paratrooper, Tottenham's new nickname is the Spoiler. We're going to spoil the Gooners, Liverpool and Manchester City's parties. Yeah, we're going to somehow make sure none of them win in things. We'll just all beat them. I wonder if there's any fans out there that are thinking, oh, yeah, let's beat Arsenal and then lose on purpose to Liverpool. I don't want to do that at all. I don't want to lose any game. I don't give a shit if Arsenal win the league. We're not winning it, so who cares? Artificial intelligence, says Usarian, equals TikTok opinions. Yeah, that's the, hey, shit in, shit out, man. Future music, the best therapy is smashing up technology. Yeah, let's go. Let's start. Starts here, man. Starts here. Alex, stop spamming the chat, man, or I'm going to time you out. Stop spamming. Yeah, it's going to take a few seconds for him to hear that because there's a bit of a delay. Yeah, smash up technology, the Luddites, the cotton mills. All went wrong with the wheel, I'll tell you. Once we invented the wheel, that was the end of it. Destiny 5, I'd take finishing 6th as long as spoils Arsenal's party. Yeah, why not? James Paratrooper, AI sucks. Everyone, no AI freaks in here. Lemmy. Hello, man. Paul, do you know the cartoonist Bill Goodwin? It rings a bell, man, but it's been a while since I was doing that sort of stuff. Yeah, no, it doesn't ring a bell. No. Or it does a bit. Oh, Future Music stepped in. Future Music swinging his mod-like powers around. David Calvino, I'd finish in the bottom half if Woolwich has nothing at the end of the season. Oh, no, I don't know about that. I'd like to finish second if they won it. Just trying to see where the old chat things comes up. So yeah, Destiny, no, because when I can see a comment there. They're not coming up on the screen because it stuffs up from time to time. It will after a while. It will after a while. Yeah, sorry, and glad Van der Ven and Pedro went all Spursy in the second half and had a crack. That's right, man. We had a Spursy game. That's it. Reclaim Spursy, man. Spursy. It was a Spursy performance. Derek Smith, my turn to be pedantic. In astronomy, the correct term for the event we discussed would be... Oh, no, you're right. No. Oh, fuck. No. I've been humbled. It is an occultation, not an occlusion. Yeah, there's a couple of letters out there. Hay fever, Paul. I don't know. It just happens when I stream, man. Just happens when I stream. Yeah, got a while to catch up with that one. Mission Gamer. Don't know what you're on about. Interesting comment. I'd love to know more of your theory there. Okay, here we go. We're back. Future music. This blade takes no prisoners. What was his final infraction? Yeah, no, he's just... Yeah. Yeah. I'll give him a timeout. There we go. That'll shut him up for a bit. G-Play, stop spamming, you twat. Destiny 5 laughing. You're sorry, and Paul is wrong. Oh, yeah. You're right, man. You're right. I was a bit of a smart ass and said that an eclipse is not an eclipse. It's called an occlusion. And unfortunately, I got that wrong. I'm sorry I misled everyone on the internet there, all 23 people watching. It is, in fact, as Derek Smith rightly points out, I'd like to thank Derek for making this clear to me that it is an occultation. Thank you. I'm very, very, very sorry. Oh, Mission Gamer, man. Mission Gamer, you're getting a ban for that. Look, you're calling me racist and then you're using a racist slur. So you can piss right off. Piss right off. There we go. Mission Gamer's gone. Oh, I can feel the tingle. I can feel the tingle. Oh, it's the quickening. Oh, that had a minty aftertaste. I love banning a racist. That's great. Destiny 5. Paul, which front three would you start for Spurs on Saturday? I suppose Werner, Son, and Johnson. I suppose. Naughty step. It's the quickening. It's the quickening. It's funny, I had someone else do that yesterday. There can be only one, that's it.
There can be only one.
Was it another burner account? Probably the same guy as yesterday. It's funny when people say you're a racist and then use a racist word. Oh no, he's been around a bit. Oh well. Oh, I looked at a web page. Oh, okay. Spursicus, there can be only one. That's it, man. That's it. Richie B, I always seem to tune in when Paul dishes out a ban. It doesn't happen very often. There's been a couple recently, but I try not to, you know. But there's some things that I just don't accept. It's the Hotspur Hippie channel, remember? That's what we're on about here. It's not the Hotspur Katie Hopkins. It's not the Hotspur Andrew Bolt channel. It's the Hotspur Bloody Hippie. Destiny 5. What's for dinner, Paul? I don't know, man. Oh, it's 7:23 a.m. How long have we been going? We've been going an hour. I'll go a few minutes more. I'll get through the chat. It's car at the mechanic time. It's probably butter chicken tonight, actually. Butter chicken. David Calvino, the occultation only occurs because the moon is exactly 400 times smaller than the sun. Yeah, it is 400 times the distance. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I see what you're saying. You mean the perfect kind of match. Ah, well, that is, you know, that's just coincidence, or is it? Oh! You messed with my mind. You twisted my melons, man. Actually, you retract the apology. I was wrong too. Transit and occultation and eclipse are all occlusions.
Victory! Victory is mine!
Hey, Richie B, happy vibes. That's what it's all about, isn't it? All right, folks. Well, I think it's time for me to roll up the tent. Mosey on out. It's been a fun stream, that. Sorry, no need to apologise for your apology, Paul. Hope that doesn't result in Derek's ban. Yeah, he's on thin ice. Much like Plymouth Argyle. All right. Well, thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm just saying sorry for Ronnie Corbett in the chat. I'm done with the chat. Honestly, I've got to go. I've got to get my arse into gear. Thanks for people in the chat for keeping this going. And if you're watching it afterwards, I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've clicked like and subscribe, that's cool. If you haven't, you've watched it. So, you know, I can't moan too much, can I? Until next time, folks, I'll just say, peace and love. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.